सबसे प्यारा देश हमारा है, जन्मभूमि है हमारी, शान से कहेंगे हम, सब ही तो भाई भाई प्यार से रहेंगे हम। हिंदुस्तानी नाम हमारा है, सबसे प्यारा देश हमारा है।
We have amongst us one such great leader, a thinker and a motivator, who's none other than our very own President of Canara Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Mohammad Amin. He is here with us to discuss about a very complex topic, that is online shopping. We welcome you, sir. Online shopping, as we all know now, it's a huge emerging trend. People need not go to the shop to buy products. Products will be available to their doorsteps. And the new emerging possibilities of online shopping on the trend which is currently happening right now. First, let us hear from you, your comments on online shopping.
Online shopping is a big industry now. It is building up, and the future is online shopping because people will have no time. Even these days, even in Mangalore, it is majorly catching up with metro cities. And Mangalore, we consider the youngsters from Mangalore consider ourselves as a metro city. It is catching up big time. I see a lot of people. In my own experience, I tell my wife to do online shopping. So it is very convenient sitting at home, and if you don't like anything, you can send it back, and it is coming and giving, COD is adding it to the value, so cash on delivery. So it's a fantastic thing what is started. The trend is picking up, and I believe days to come we would hardly get to see people going to the shops and buying few things from the shops and things like that. New trend catching up. Youngsters are fully into it. I know for so many people who are so much addicted to that. It is some kind of an addict also. Even if they don't want to shop, they would want they would ask someone else if they want to shop from the internet. It is kind of an addict. It is picking up, and that's what I could say. It's the new market, and it is for the future.
Mangalore is getting adapted to it.
Mangalore is definitely getting adapted to it.
Online shopping is creating a huge trend right now. People need not visit a shop.
Absolutely.
Products come to their home.
Absolutely.
These are not real shops which are providing the product. According to you, sir, what will be the impact of online shopping on the real shops? Do you think there will be an impact?
Definitely, I can say there will be a small impact, but what is happening in India is we have the population, and the market keeps growing. And there will be a certain sector of market which will depend on the online shopping, and there will be a huge market which will depend on the the regular traditional type of shopping. So, and one more thing, what we feel in India, going out shopping is like going out in the evening with your family out. It's like an outing for the family as well. These days the mall culture has begun picking up in Mangalore, and going to the malls is like going for an outing. It is not necessarily for shopping, but it's just an outing. It's a family time. We don't want to miss that, and at the same time this is interesting, and whatever is necessary, and the best part is that it is cheaper online. You save some money online, but again you have a good time when you go out and shop from the shops. I don't see much of an impact as of now, but time to come there will be some impact. Now probably around the market share what they would lose is maybe around 10%, 5 to 10%, and gradually it will increase. But this traditional shopping will continue is what I feel. That is a kind of an outing where you find people, where you meet people. Otherwise you don't have time to meet people these days. People are all busy, so you don't have time to meet people. So this is just a way to keep in touch with people. So traditional shopping will continue.
The situation of online shopping is similar to the modern banks. Before we had traditional banks which was not technologically oriented banks. Right now all the banks are technologically oriented. So how can you compare the traditional banks and the modern banks?
Mangaloreans are the founders of nationalized bank, 4 nationalized bank and 1 big bank like Karnataka Bank. But the banking scenario has changed tremendously. Earlier we saw people standing in queues waiting for the money to deposit or withdraw. So a lot of queues were there, a lot of hassles and things like that. But these private banks showed a way, for the future. They have utilized the technology to the fullest. And the best part now is these traditional banks have adapted to the situation. They have come up and adapted the technology in the best way as possible. We have the Corporation Bank and many other banks, even the SBI. They have been known as a lethargic bank, but now they have come out. We can see hoardings, advertising. Because earlier they never used to need that. People used to know what State Bank is and what are the services provided and things like that. But now it is necessary to have a competition to maintain for the survival. So we see a lot of difference. These private banks have shown modern banking how it is to be done and how the traditional banks have adapted to the present day technology, and it's win-win situation for everybody. So as a customer, I would love to sit at home and transfer my money anywhere in the world. And it's the same thing for the banks as well. And best thing is they have adapted, they have grown to another level.
So is there a possibility of the traditional banks, I mean the brick and mortar banks, I mean the physical banks, to be ruled out?
Impossible. I would say no, because where will you store the money then?
Yeah. Modern banking is similar to modern shopping, the online shopping. How are the traditional shops adapting to this right now?
Survival of the fittest is the mantra today. And these traditional shops, they are trying to give more services these days. Okay. Probably giving you home deliveries and things like that. But I feel days to come, they need to adapt to this present day situation. If they don't rise, it'll be difficult for their survival.
Now, let us discuss about the new emerging possibilities which are related to online shopping. For example, there's a new market which is untapped, the NRI market. Do you think the NRI market can be of any use for the local shops, I mean for the city shops?
You're definitely right on that. Shops here have not thought about anything on these lines. It's a fantastic idea, I can say. It is a fantastic thing if someone could develop something on these lines. And it is totally untapped, and things could be much better, or I can say for the people outside India or people here as well. Online shopping these days, what happens is that when we are ordering something, it will at least take 2 to 3 days time for the delivery. But if it is done, if somebody sitting outside orders something from Mangalore, and it will be done on the same day. Occasions can be celebrated the same day, so you don't have to wait for, or probably he doesn't need to order it probably 2-3 days earlier than the occasion. So it could be celebrated the same day. There'll be a lot more joy and happiness in the family. And most important thing is that people from Mangalore will have business.
Yes.
They'll have business, and it's a fantastic idea which has to be developed. And I feel it'll go a long way if something like this is developed, because the cream of our crowd is going outside India, mostly to the Gulf and the US and the UK and all that, or probably outside the our native place even. So looking at all that, we can develop these shops here can develop something to attract them. It's as if trying and shopping in Mangalore itself. Something online, and things could work out that way. It's a beautiful concept which has to be thought about and developed something. We have the technology, we have the people, we have the manpower who can develop things, for the betterment of the future. So that's how it is. If we don't adapt, and it will be difficult for us to survive. And no matter how much facility you're giving, even online shopping is giving even the similar facility for a lesser price. So we have to match up to that, and we have to utilize whatever is there fully, and otherwise it will be difficult for survival. So if something is developed, it is a fantastic thing for the people of Mangalore on the whole, is what I feel.
How can Chamber of Commerce and Industry help the city shops?
I am proud to say that Canara Chamber of Commerce and Industry has always been proactive. Whatever development what you see in Mangalore today, somehow the other way is connected to the Chamber of Commerce. You name it, the New Mangalore Port Trust, the airport in Mangalore, and the Mangalore SEZ, some or the other way is connected with the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm really proud that I'm heading that Chamber of Commerce. This is a new subject which has come out, and we have a fantastic database of traders and shop owners who are our members. We'll definitely come up with a speaker on this. First of all, our members understand the potential of the market, first thing, and then coming up with some kind of solution for this. We have an IT subcommittee. I will throw this idea to the IT subcommittee chairman. Probably he can, throw some light on it, and if something could be developed. I know for sure something can be developed, because I know a person who lives in Dubai, and there is a market like this in Dubai just to serve people from Dubai. So something like that can be definitely developed from Mangalore. So it is something which is, I cannot, I can definitely say it is not impossible. It is definitely possible. As a part of Chamber of Commerce, I would definitely take some steps in another days to come. I will definitely call all my traders first of all, and these shop owners, and have a meeting with them, try to understand in what better way we can tap this untapped market. And it's a fantastic idea. I thank you for giving me such kind of suggestions. In any way I can help the business improve business in Mangalore, this will be the best way to do it. So thank you so much.
So can you please talk about the Canara Chamber of Commerce and Industry?
Canara Chamber of Commerce and Industry is a very old institution. It was started in 1940, and pre-independence that too. And then you can imagine the kind of connections what Chamber of Commerce could have built for such a long period. As I told you earlier, we have been a proactive chamber. We involve ourselves with all kind of changes what is necessary for the people of Mangalore. Present day Chamber of Commerce is much different than what was there earlier. In earlier days, there was no blend of youth and the experienced. And now we can see a blend of youth and experience, and a lot of new ideas are coming up and popping up. I feel very sad to say that the best of knowledge is going out of the city. The talent drain is happening in Mangalore, and people are not aware of it. They feel that if their sons go out of Mangalore to some other place, it is good for them. But it is a loss for the city. We see that the population of this city has not grown beyond 5 lakhs. It is just because the talent is going off. And I personally, as a youngster, I feel that we need to have a stop on this. And we can put a stop on this only if we provide opportunities to them. Nobody would want to go out of the city, in which they have been brought up. So you provide opportunities, we can definitely retain the brain drain what is happening. We in the Chamber of Commerce, where I am sitting right now as a president, in that same room, the whole MSEZ concept was conceptualized. Unfortunately, only chemicals and oil-related industries could come. Now we have a director in MSEZ board who's been fighting to make it a general SEZ, and it has happened now. We will see a lot more companies coming in SEZ, which will be into manufacturing and exporting it to other countries. And we see a lot of opportunities being, creation of jobs being having developed there in the SEZ. That is being the main point. And another sector what I'm working on is the port sector. I am connected to the port. Our port is not fully utilized. We have a lot more capacity than what it is right now. We have, luckily for us in India, at the moment we have a Prime Minister who believes in port-based development. And this is the right time and for Mangalore to rise to the occasion. And we can utilize the port fully only if we are connected to the hinterland. We have places like Hubli, Dharwad, and Shimoga, and Chikmagalur, and Madikeri, and we are not connected. Roadways or railways, we are not really connected. Now we have our own railway minister from our area. I'm definitely sure that the present government will realize that there is a port here and there is development which could happen and change the face of Mangalore. I'm expecting a good support from the governments from the state as well as center.
Thanks a lot, sir. It was great pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much.